Well, thanks. Sorry. This extremely rare form of Tourette syndrome that only causes random air quotes. One time I was on jury duty and I ended up saying, "Your Honor, we the jury find the defendant not guilty." I'm really afraid though that when I get married I'm going to say, "I do." But before I get started standing up here and having you laugh at me, I thought I would pay a quick tribute to comedian Andy Kaufman with a musical performance. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my life. When I was 8 months old, I started to get kind of paranoid because I'm pretty sure my mom was stalking me. Wherever I went, whatever I did, there she was, following me, watching me. It freaked me out. I started to fill out the paperwork for a restraining order. But then I got hungry and decided not to. I still remember my first birthday party though. It was when I turned 17. My family didn't like me very much. It was in the 3rd grade that my parents sat me down and finally broke the news to me that I'm part mythological creature. From the waist down, I'm human, but from the waist up, I'm a centaur. It's about the same time that I developed an acute case of lethal oxymoronophobia. It's the fear of dying from a nearly fatal injury. My sister and I used to play catch with our younger brother, but then our mom asked us to stop because we dropped him. Said we started playing catch with the neighbor's dog. I used to also like to pull pranks on my friends. We'd be hanging out and I would say, "Knock, knock." And they would say, "Who's there?" And then I would run away before they could figure out who it was. Our mom used to tell us that you are what you eat. And that's when I stopped eating fruits and vegetables. Now my diet primarily consists of tiger meat. I think I was 12 years old when I finally got to meet my step-conjoined twin. Been trying to save money though, so started buying my food at the second-hand grocery store. For $2, I can live for an entire month off of the crust that mothers cut off of their children's sandwiches. I don't suggest you get the Tootsie Pops though, because then you never really know how many licks it took to get to them. Been doing some work on my house. I replaced all of the windows with flat screen televisions. Now I don't really care what the weather is like. Instead, what week it is on the Nature Channel. Shark Week was incredible. Or I could put in a Star Wars DVD and my house is the Death Star. But it's crazy all the different television channels they have these days. I recently stumbled upon OCT, Obsessive Compulsive Television, where they have a commercial break every 30 seconds just so you can go wash your hands again. One time I wished upon a star and all my dreams did come true. Now whenever I'm in danger, instead of being able to run away, I float in slow motion. I I guess that's what I get for taking advice from a cricket. Sometimes I think time is kind of like a man wearing a tutu, scribbling things in the mud. But then I realized, wait a second, that's not time. That's me on the weekend. I don't know about all of you, but I slept really well last night, which probably explains why I'm so hyper this morning. I hope I never accidentally establish a university, because they would probably call it French University, and people would be really confused why it's in America and why the sports teams are not allowed to surrender. But I invented a game one time. It's Chinese chess. It's just like regular chess, so we have 1 billion pawns. Speaking of games, I never really have gotten dice. I mean, what genius invented a cube and said you're supposed to roll it? Sorry, I brought my shampoo up this weekend, but I forgot the conditioner. Trying to keep my scalp hydrated. It's a lot better. I was recently the victim of identity theft, but it's not that big of a deal because I'm schizophrenic and I have extras. But this morning my thoughts were wandering, and the next thing I knew they'd wandered so far south that they crossed the border into Mexico, and I was thinking in Spanish. And I couldn't understand a single word I was thinking. Thankfully I thought about a bilingual mind reader who helped me get back. Well, I'm bored.